We all love weekly review, but let's be honest. I'm adding new artists to our coverage every single day, and there's just not enough time to cover everyone every week. We will still do so each month in a different type of episode. But now we're going to introduce Artbeat, weekly, where it's going to have 4 primary segments, and some of those will rotate. But this week, you get Heat Check, which we're going to look at the top pieces of the week. This is generally only going to be 5 pieces across all artists. Push to try to get into this caption, this portion of the episode. 5 pieces. That's it. Real quick, Heat Check. Next, you have Sleepers, where I'm going to cover 1 or 2 pieces from the week that I think are underrated, undervalued, underappreciated, or whatever the case might be. Then we have The Moment, the standout moment or two from the community that we're going to cover and explore. And then finally, we're going to have the Pulse Check, where we're going to do sort of a rapid collage of other pieces. This entire episode is generally going to be between 15 and 20 minutes. It's going to be quick hitter, and you're going to get what you need from it. Let me know how you like the format. This is a great new series for us. We're super excited. Let us know your thoughts. Enjoy. First up on Heat Check. Now, these are not in any ranked or priority order, but this is one of my personal favorites. King of the City 3 by Piggy Banks, Jerry Rice, of course. Now, I grew up with Joe Montana as my idol, and Jerry Rice, of course, therefore was my favorite receiver. That's just the way it was for multiple decades. Love this piece. Now, when I first saw it, I was taken aback because I saw the shoulder pads, and I said, why are you including the shoulder pads? No one's ever seen Jerry Rice in just pads and no jersey. Put the jersey, show the portion of the shoulder, like the 8 or something, so people know that's clearly Jerry Rice. And then obviously with the cityscape and then him celebrating in the background with his arms up, you know that's Jerry Rice. And so then you've got the nose strip, all of these things, you know. I assume they put the shoulder pads on because his profile is not as recognizable as Michael Jordan or Shohei Ohtani. I assume that's why. So people know that's a football player and then can more quickly get to Jerry Rice. Now, the more I've looked at it, the more I love it. At first, I was being critical because that's just who I am. I'm a jerk. And the more I looked at it, the more I love it. Obviously, this set I'm all over. Football is my top sport. Jerry Rice being my favorite receiver all time. This is a must-own piece for me. And like I said, it has grown on me more and more every day, which is what I also love about Piggy Banks pieces. Now, I love it. It's going to fit in beautifully into my set if I'm fortunate enough to pull it off. If I don't get the hit via the studio, I will chase it on secondary. So if you're watching this, keep me in mind. Love this piece. The only thing I hate about it, loathe about it, absolutely can't stand, is that it wasn't a companion set. And by companion, I mean it wasn't a 2-piece set of Montana and Rice being kings of the city of San Francisco. Now, I know Rice is the undisputable GOAT as a wide receiver. I get that. His stats support it. I understand not everyone's a Joe Montana fan, but I am. And when you think San Francisco, you think Montana and Rice. This would have been an awesome 2-piece set. There's still time, Piggy Banks. Make me a Joe Montana King of the City, San Francisco. Go back in time, throw it in there, 2-piece set. I'll throw $1,500 at it instead of $750. Let's go. I love it, though. I'm all over it. Beautiful piece. And who doesn't love the Golden Gate Bridge in the background of this? Epic, epic, beautiful, beautiful piece. I'm all over it. Easily top 5. Who doesn't love it? Shout out Piggy Banks. Second up, Piggy Banks, Laughing Matter. Now, what I love about this set already is, and you'll see later in the week when I post some of our interviews, is people can't pronounce viscosity. So when you start this set and anyone talks about it, they can't pronounce it. Absolutely love it. Brilliant work, Piggy Banks. Now, this piece, Laughing Matter, easier to flow off the tongue. Beautiful, beautiful piece. When I saw it, I was like, I need it. And I thought, nope, don't spread myself too thin. Laughing Matter, though, is amazing. This whole set is one of those I think is just artistically gorgeous. I love the concept behind it. This Joker piece, epic. That smile, if you look at the detail of the cracks in that smile, it just takes you, it plants you in the Joker world. Love it. And I like the green one as well. I just like the green. I like some color on my pieces every once in a while. I'm knee deep in King of the City, which is not very colorful, but I love it. These pieces, though, love the color on it. And I like where they might be able to go with this set. They can go anywhere. Obviously, they went Star Wars. Now they're going Joker. A lot of places. This is a place where you can throw curveballs and make it work. King of the City, I also heard on Take It to the Banks pod, speculating about could they go sort of Batman and King of Gotham. I really hope not. King of the City, I think you have to stay the course. And of course, they won't when I say that. I think you have to stay the course and go all sports. These pieces, for me, and I think a lot of people, are collectible display pieces. They're art. They're fine art. And I want people to see it when they come in my house. I'm setting up a new office on the main floor where I'm going to be displaying all my piggy banks pieces. And if I'm building this King of the City set, which I'm chasing because of my love of sports and the art and the concept, that's what I want it to be. If you throw a Batman piece in there and King of the Gotham, it's going to throw it off. That's my 2 cents going back to Jerry Rice. Back to this. This is the place where the studio can get hyper creative. You've got Darth Vader. Now you've got Joker. You can go anywhere with this concept of matter. Beautiful, beautiful work. Love this piece. And I got to tell you, stylistically, I dig it. This might be one I have to chase on the secondary, but it's definitely, in my opinion, one of the pieces of the year. This whole set is going to be one of the sets of the year. And right now, when you talk King of the City, Collector of Heart, and now this set, I don't even know what to call this set, the Matter set. I don't know. Someone come up with something more clever, please. Those 3 sets, to me, stand above everything else at the moment. Now, I know you've got the Crown set. I don't know. It's old news. I'm talking new sets that just got brought to life. Those 3 for piggy banks, next level. Man, Heat Check is insane coming from that studio. Sometimes less is more, and Lootbox, I think, is becoming one of the champions of that philosophy. 1985, Lootbox art. Look at this Jordan shoe. I've seen 100,000 Jordan shoe art pieces in my life, and this one is one of the best. Lootbox has a certain style. If you've seen, I don't even know what to call it. You see the side of the shoe. That's prototypical Lootbox right there. Whatever that depth is on that shoe, those ridges, if you will. Incredible work. A lot of his pieces are very, very simple. Have a lot of symbolism in it. Have a lot of deep meaning. If you look at his portfolio, it hits you hard. And his community of followers is very, very strong. As I said, his pieces are not being sold on the secondary market. And this sold out rapidly. Lootbox is hitting after hit after hit after hit. That's not what this is about. Like I said, this is about this particular piece where simplicity wins. And I'm not the type of the guy that sees, Mr. Monopoly for the 100,000th time and I'm all in all of it. Some themes I'm over. Jordan shoes, sometimes I'm over it. This, not over it. So simple, so clean. Like I said, I like to display my art. I want people to see it. I want them to think of it as fine art. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. One of the best Jordan shoe pieces I've ever seen. I'm bummed I missed it. Loot art is going up rapidly. I'm telling you, every single piece it seems that he's dropping is pure fire. You need to get on board. This is right on the heels of that Mandalorian piece he dropped, which is like that stained glass rendition. I'm telling you, piece after piece after piece after piece. And I've seen some previews of upcoming pieces. I'm telling you, they're gonna blow your mind. And like I said, he's getting themes and concepts that other artists aren't touching. This is not an example of that. But if you look at his portfolio, he's hitting in uncharted territory. I love what I'm seeing out of him. And even when he does things like this, which I consider largely overplayed, he does it so brilliantly and so simplistically that I fall in love with it. Beautiful piece, easily top 5 of the week, no doubt. As predictable as any piece can possibly be in terms of making the top 5, it's a collab piece between ArtMX and Zato. Of course this is landing there. Mandalorian Dawn is an epically, again, look at the theme this week. I feel like simple wins the day. This simplistic yet complex piece by Zato is brilliance. I loved watching it come together. I love the end result. And Mandalorian is just on fire right now. I feel like everybody and their mother are doing these pieces. But again, Zato has certain touches on it. This combination, I've learned, is not an official merger. It's just a collab piece. And then I think they might have dropped another one. But this Should it be a merger? Who cares? That's not what we're here to talk about it. When you look at this, it's unreal. But what Artemex is adding to the mix is they've now started releasing, when you buy a piece, they randomly put out the pieces in their variations like most artists do. And if you get the gold border piece, there's only one of them, you also get the companion comic book size with it for free. For free. You don't have an opportunity to buy the companion piece. You get it for free. If you hit the gold 100 size, standard card art size, if you will, gold border, you get the comic book size for free. When you start talking value proposition, I told you Artemex, in my opinion, is one of the best studios out there. And now they're giving away comic book sizes for free when you hit a gold border. Like a gold border is not enough. That's an unbelievable value proposition. And then you throw a Zato piece on top of that, and then you throw that in the mix. This sold out instantly, like all of these heaters did. Unbelievable. If Zato continues doing work under Artemex, duck and cover. Duck and cover. With that value proposition, with that packaging, with that print design, with that concept, with the execution, they're going to be in this segment every single week. Guaranteed. Deadly combination, impressive combination, amazing work by those two studios. Kicks with Plumber's Paradox. He's got a Mario and Luigi variant of this, and this has multiple layers and levels to it. I got the piece, not only just for my kids, but I wanted to see the new techniques he's applying to all of his pieces. Of course, he's got the border work on the case itself, and then he's got layers and levels within it. Another one of his anatomy collection. I'm interested in seeing Kix start a new series or set. Of course, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm excited to see him apply his artistic touch and concepts to things a little further beyond an anime collection. But within this set, he is absolutely honing his craft even more than I thought was possible and pushing the limits. You'll see he's doing additional work in some other clips if you go to his Instagram page, but he's pushing it. I think he wants to be the top studio in this space, and I don't think he's going to stop until he gets there. Look out for Kix. Amazing piece. It's definitely on my list and moved rapidly, which is why it's part of Heat Check this week. Collector Creative and Trill Mason collab pumps out stacks. Let me tell you what, I'm not a Mr. Monopoly guy, nor will I ever be. I do like some Mr. Monopoly pieces, and this was one of them. I thought, frankly, it's one of the most beautiful Mr. Monopoly pieces I've seen to date. 13 handcrafted pieces available. He's bringing now new custom acrylics, the printed acrylics, and a new PMG Emerald Chase, which I don't think has surfaced yet. It's in the mail to somebody. Everyone's speculating on who it might be, but he's got Glow variant. He's got this Emerald Chase variant. So Collector Creative pushing the limits now with the new printed cases, the new PMGs. Look at that PMG, by the way. Bang! That's so sick. But beautiful piece, Monopoly Money, stack 6, unbelievable piece, moved rapidly, which I knew it was. I thought about going for it, and again, trying desperately to stay in my lane and save my marriage, but easily Heat Check this week. Nice work to the two of you. Sleeper of the week this week for me was pretty easy. I'm going to be honest for you. It's Gem X. Gem X released this Empire Dreams piece, which had a bunch of likes, 150 give or take, but I have not heard one person in the community talk about this piece, and I don't know why. Because when I see certain things and I see certain themes overplayed and overplayed and overplayed, now again, artists put their own spin on it, and as I've mentioned in this Heat Check, it's not that some of these themes are new, it's that they did a great job with them. This, though, anybody seen this before in their entire life? Anybody seen Darth Vader on a horse? If you have, give me a shout out right in the comments if you've seen Darth Vader riding a horse with this old time feel with the Empire behind it and all in the stormtroopers and the darkness and the coloring. Everything about this piece is epic to me. I love it so much. I don't know if they sold out. I don't know. I would assume that they did because it's insane. If they didn't, I'm going to contact them immediately following this and say, is it being slept on as much as I think it is? And if so, can I buy a piece? This piece should have gotten exponentially more attention. And maybe I was just not in the right circles at the right time. This piece is gorgeous. I don't understand why people aren't talking about it. because I think if it was better advertised or better publicized, this would be potentially a piece of the week, a piece of the month, a piece of the quarter. This piece is sick on every level, and every Star Wars fan known to man should be all over this. I love it. And I'm not just an intrinsically a Star Wars guy. This is easily the sleeper of the week, and it's not even close. Amazing work from GemX Studio. The moment that stands out in the community, and boy, was this week easy. Legacy Rips, in coordination with the Piggy Bank Studio, gets a Dog Dad piece. Lewis Hamilton and Roscoe gets the Obsidian variant, probably arguably the best. Is it the best? And certainly in some pieces, I think Obsidian is the best. In this piece, it looks magnificent. Goes to an autograph signing where Lewis Hamilton is. Legacy Rip shows up. Now, I believe other people were involved in this plot. Creme de la Piggy and others. Forgive me for not having the comprehensive list in front of me. But here comes Legacy Rip showing up. And in that moment, instead of getting an autograph, he gifts this piece to Lewis Hamilton. Tells him about the auction and the charitable donation, the Mission 44. And then, of course, says this is the gift from the artist Piggy Banks. Incredible, incredible moment to see Lewis Hamilton with his pen. Like, I think in the moment, the guy's just going through the motions of signing. He gets handed this piece. He's got his pen out. You see his right hand move multiple times. Like, am I signing this thing as the story is being told to him? The crowd's going crazy around him. There's so much chaos. And in that moment, Lewis Hamilton, you can see sort of then comprehends what's happening. He's being gifted a piece at an autograph signing where everyone selfishly, and it's not disrespectful, but they're there obviously to get an autograph of him. And here comes Legacy Rips with a legacy move and says, here you go. Here you go. Incredible moment. And you see the genuine reaction from Lewis Hamilton and just the appreciation for it. And hopefully he loves the piece. And I'm sure he does. Here's the other thing I need to note on this moment is let that moment stand as it is. If you're the community, embrace that moment. Lewis Hamilton, let me remind everyone, owes the community nothing. Yes, there was a charitable donation made by Piggy Bank Studio and then others in the community, which is just unbelievable. Always do the right thing even if no one's watching. Always do the right thing even if you get no recognition. If Lewis Hamilton wants this piece for himself and chooses not to share, that's his prerogative. The only thing I would advise, and not advise, the only thing I'd love to see is let's not just completely inundate this guy with take us to the moon. It ruins the moment for me. Let the moment be the moment and let Lewis Hamilton do what he wants with that piece that I assume is genuinely a spectacular moment for him and hopefully a cornerstone of his newfound art collection. Love it for him. Keep in mind, again, this moment isn't about taking the community to the moon. It's about doing the right thing for great people, honoring them, honoring the moment, memorializing, in this instance, Roscoe, and let that be what it is. Keep it in mind as we go. Let's not be those individuals selfishly looking for the rocket ship to take us. Piggy Banks, I think, is establishing the right connections at the right levels to protect people's investments. And we should honor Lewis Hamilton and Roscoe and other similar tributes accordingly. Rapid fire pulse check. Wags hitting the first 3D printed case with the Shohei Ohtani after his bananas game. Wags taking it to new limits. Upcoming interview with Wags you're not going to want to miss. Stay tuned. Glue Trap pulse check. Look at this amazing Game Boy piece. Glue Trap got massive shout outs recently from a number of artists in upcoming interviews you're going to see. And it's because of the work he does on these 3D cases and some of the concepts. Amazing nostalgic piece. Amazing work, Glue Trap. Keep it up. You want a Cooper Flag rookie card for $250? Case Hitman's the way to go. Capture the flag. Beautiful piece. Sold out instantly. Slow it down. Pulse check in slow motion. This is only even in the pulse check section because it's not an official release. Mr. Shadowbox just teased some of this work in the story and just take it in. Mr. Shadowbox is something different. And now that he's on my radar, he'll never not be. Look for him, duck and cover. Whenever he makes a drop, it's going to be in the heat check. It's just a matter of when they come. These custom pieces take him months to build. But when they do, rest assured, they will be part of heat check every single time. And what amazing individual he is. There's an interview if you want to check out the channel. Mr. Shadowbox doing Mr. Shadowbox things like only he can. Amazing work. Well, there you have it. The first weekly Artbeat. Let me know what you thought of the new format. Tell me if I missed any pieces in the heat check or the sleepers, or if the moment I got was wrong. Of course it wasn't. That was surely the moment of the community for the last week. Also, obviously I didn't highlight all the artists or all the pieces. There will be time and place for it. But this is a rapid format to get through some major highlights of the week. Also, I wanted to say, like, share, subscribe. We're coming close to 3,000 subscribers. And obviously, I appreciate all the love and support that you all have shown since we started the channel just a few months ago. Also, we have amazing interviews lined up. Most of them are already recorded, and I'm just waiting to release them. We have an interview with GemX, interview with Wags, interview with Banks account, interview with AJC, and so much more. Incredible things planned for the channel. You're not going to want to miss any of it. But until we get there, thanks again for all the love and support. Out on the sim.